are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps
Showing
on
the
forgetting
streets of Nigeria. Olosina,
what he wrote down.
the first
The whole
Iranian
crowd
ever to
goes
step
so
foot in
loud.
Nigeria.
He opens his mouth, but the words won't come
That's why
out.
you're called Olosina now, bro.
He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over blood. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes Rabbity. Choked, he's so mad, but he won't give up that easy. No, he won't have it. He knows his whole back's to these ropes. It don't matter, he's dope. He knows that, but he's broke, he's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again. Yo, this old rhapsody, better go capture this moment and hope it don't pass him. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go.
Going 6 rounds. All those people that says if this doesn't get past the first round, it's a loss.
You
for
only
Anthony
get
Joshua.
one
He did what he was
shot,
supposed to
do not
We also
miss
give
your
him a
chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. Yeah. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. His soul is escaping through this hole that is gaping. This world is mine for the taking. Make me king. As we move toward a new world order, normal life is boring, but superstardom's close to postmortem. It only grows harder, homie grows hotter. He blows, it's all over. These hoes is all over. Coast to coast shows. He's known as the Globetrotter. Load of lonely roads. God only knows.
Hey, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Ajax Production. I am your host, Eniola Ajax, and we are back for another amazing episode. Now, this episode of the Ajax show on the Ajax Pro TV network. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year. A start of an amazing journey, and I'm happy that you're here with us to take this on. So first agenda on this year, we're gonna talk about Anthony Joshua. Right. The reason I want to talk about Anthony Joshua is because, first of all, the first time I've ever heard of him was during the Jake Paul fight, and that was very astonishing for me because I kind of like boxing a little bit, and I haven't heard of this, this Nigerian beast. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know, I'm also Nigerian, so of course I'm looking at Anthony Joshua and I'm like, oh shit, he's Nigerian, and he's proud too about it. Wow, okay, let me pay attention. Right, he wins the fight, which was like, okay, it was kind of obvious he was bigger than Jake Paul, and it's just what it was. Couple of days later, you can hear that he gets in an accident in Nigeria, and 2 of his friends are dead. What? Now I'm spooked. You know what I mean? I'm shocked. I'm disappointed. I'm traumatized. Yeah, and it really hurt my spirit. The reason it hurt more because it hit so much home. Right? I think it was like 20 years ago. It's a long. When we was kids, I was 6 at the time. My sister was 3. We got in a car accident, and the car accident started a new journey for our family. That led to a 7-year separation from, my mother, who had to go to the United States to take care of my sister who lost her arm, in the process of the accident, getting healing from the accident.
He's dope. He knows that he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the
I'm just so grateful that nobody died or nobody passed away. It would have hurt really much more. Of course, like I said, my sister lost her arm, but she's alive, and that is more than enough. Right. So now hearing this Anthony Joshua situation, it brought a lot of, like I said, trauma back to me. I started thinking about what the real issue is, right? I started paying attention to the problems, the fact that there was no emergency, vehicle to come, to the scene to, secure the scene and make sure that everybody, that whoever was alive was safe. It was just a bunch of people trying to get him out of the car. It was so devastating to see. And don't get me wrong, I'm a very proud Nigerian, but I'm also a very disappointed Nigerian. I love my country with my whole heart, and the reason it hurts more is because I know we could do it, and I know we could do it. I know we could do better. We need to do better. You know what I mean? We need to do better. The fact that this is not the first accident that happened on that road. This is a daily occurrence. This happens very, very often. And to the fact that this can happen, and like I said, there's no emergency medical vehicles, there's no emergency police to secure the space so that nobody's just doing whatever. I'm also so grateful that that life, right? And I'm also very, very saddened that he lost two of his friends. Yeah, this one really hurt. This one really went home. But I don't want to talk too much. Let's get into it. I have a couple of videos I want you guys to watch that actually explains what's really going on with the situation a little deeper, and we can I will interject, give my opinions on them. Yeah, come enjoy it with me. So we're about to get started. First of all, I want to explain what I'm doing. So first of all, we're gonna watch a content creator from Nigeria that explains this from a Nigerian's perspective. Then we're gonna watch another one from an American, or I don't know where they come from, but from a Westerner that explains it from their perspective as well. And like I said, we're gonna break it down steadily, and we're gonna get into this. So come with me and let's get into it. My guy is called Braham Ambed. I don't know how to say his name, but that's his name. So let's get into it.
Anthony Joshua go get accident. Hey.
So before we start, he has an accent. He's speaking broken English. I will try to my best to interpret what he's saying so that you guys understand. If you don't, but you most likely will. So it is what it is.
Village people. This guy called Nigeria. Called do 30 December. How you go get accident?
So as you can see, he's basically saying that Anthony Joshua came to Nigeria to celebrate 30 December. 30 December is basically a celebration that happens every year at the end of the year. Everybody, people in Nigeria kind of gather together to celebrate, party, do stuff like that. Have fun. And that's what it is. It's just a celebration for the end of the year. Christmas is there. Everything is just bubbly and party time. So that's what I feel like you went for.
You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
With truck, they say two people buy.
Two people buy.
Immediately. And if you even see the video, you see Anthony Joshua for inside the motor don't tire. He don't tire. And he wasn't the one driving. So that is good. Because if to say now he dey drive now, media for turn and into one crazy propaganda. Don't say they drive rough. He wasn't driving. Now a driver be the driver. So we don't know who actually they at fault or how the incident happened. But we know 2 people have died. It involved Anthony Joshua car and also involved a trailer. I hope it's okay because the way that guy they look, it be like say something strong meet him. So definitely we are going to get the official report of the incident. But right now, all we know is that Anthony Joshua was involved in an accident in Lagos, and 2 people have been confirmed dead, and it involves Anthony Joshua Jeep, a Prado Jeep, and also a trailer. We do not know the owner of the trailer, if it's a Dangote trailer. So that is what we know. And the footage is online showing that Anthony Joshua was assisted out of the condemned Prado Jeep. Unfortunately, guys, my sympathy goes out to those 2 victims. And I wish Anthony Joshua a quick recovery. For you to see Anthony Joshua acting like that, you should know it was really, really serious. Anthony Joshua was sitting at the back.
I see people died. Yes, talking about really serious. People died.
Not even front at the back, and he sustained some really serious injury. Just imagine. I will advise Anthony Joshua team to immediately, after the investigation and after everything, to immediately fly him out of that Lagos, fly him to
ASAP, bro. Take him back to the UK, bro.
UK.
Take him back to the UK ASAP.
Before
get medical checkup.
Hospital will use the life do
experiments.
Caricature. Ordinary leg injury go turn to another serious matter.
That's what happened to us. So like I said, it was a hand injury. She didn't lose her arm during the accident. It was like a fracture. You know, I mean, and then it got to like, okay, we got to the hospital and they put a cast on her hand, and the cast turned into something else. It turned into something else. This one really touched my soul. That's why I've had it in my mind to really talk about this, but it's very, very disappointing. I mean, I was supposed to go back with my mom this year, but I said no. I'm good. I'm too traumatized. I'm good. I'm good. I'm definitely good for now.
Him to immediately fly him to UK for proper medical checkup. If not, ordinary small accident might turn to a really serious issue because of some other complications that might be added by the Nigeria hospital in Lagos.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, no, it's not as if at the bad mouth.
No, it is what it is. You gotta be honest. That's why I wanted to watch yours.
Nigeria hospital, we don't see where leg injury keep person before for Nigeria hospital. So my advice, immediately take him out of that place, fly him down to UK and give him proper treatment.
Oh fuck.
My condolences to those to the drivers who died. Fortunately, I wish them all the best. But trust Nigeria police, they are going to do the investigation, and whoever is at fault, we pay dearly. We pay dearly. But since Anthony Joshua is a national treasure, at 30 December, I say one can do. That village people want enter life. That village people want scatter a career for him. Village people want scatter a career for him. So trust the Nigeria police to do investigation, and Anthony Joshua is like I said, it's a national.
I mean, first of all, you can't. I'm like, you can't be that type of person, make that type of money, and just like drive a regular Lexus. Now, I'm not talking about luxury now. I'm talking about protection. You're in Nigeria now. You need a bulletproof car. Your car should be able to do what it did, and they should be them like a scratch. That's what I mean. You just need to be super protective. You need to protect yourself, especially if you feel like you're very important. If you're not important at hand, do this. This won't happen. But always be cautious, especially the ones that are traveling back. If you have the money for it, get a proper bulletproof, metal strong car. Make sure it protects you from accidents, because things like this happen. It happens here too. But like I said, it's different over here. There's a chance that you might survive if this happens. If this happens here, there's a chance that you might just die off of just the horrible infrastructure, off of just medical lack of infrastructure, lack of emergency infrastructure.
So they no go make things hard for them at all. So just give a clearance, because normally police are supposed to do investigation because 2 people died. They go know who is guilty and who is going to pay for damages and so many other things before they'll come to say, okay, you people can go, discharge everybody. But right now, since Anthony Joshua is a national treasure, I believe they are going to give him clearance to immediately fly out of Nigeria to go and treat himself. Then, for this dirty December, 2 people no even make and reach January so. 2 people no make and reach January so.
You gotta be careful out here.
A trailer. Damn. I wish him all the best, man. It's no easy. It's no easy. And Agbero come quickly go rush. Sometimes Agbero they assist but many Agbero may they come there so now their own, now they look for waiting go dey their pocket. Now they look for now their own for money. Now they look for most of them there. But sometimes, most time Agbero they help. Because now if your motor break down for road, now you go know the necessity of an Agbero boy. I'm telling you, because road safety, police no go dey there to assist you, but Agbero are readily available to assist you anytime, any day. So I wish him the luck. Meanwhile, I also want to make this clear that Anthony Joshua is very lucky. If you see that video, you know say now Busha that video in order to remove Anthony Joshua from that car. They had to push out that car in order to remove Anthony Joshua from that car. Just imagine that car catch fire.
And blow.
Just imagine if that car just catch fire. Because the leg hook. Now Busha, they have to demarcate that car in order to remove Anthony Joshua from that car. Just imagine if that car had caught fire. Anthony Joshua get love. They say one woman and one man. According to the information that I just getting from me, 1 woman and 1 man.
It's two men, guys. 2 men.
Kai. Kai.
And pie means.
Just imagine if that car had caught fire. Who for save Anthony Joshua? Who? Because he leg hook, back seat, he leg hook, he leg don't feel come out. Hey. Oh, wow. Another story. I'm so happy that he survived, and I'm sad at the same time for those people who lost their life. It's quite honestly heartbreaking. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. Yo, you better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go.
Right. That was the first video, and as you can see, very, very, very sad explanation. Like the reason I wanted to show that was to show you the perspective from a Nigerian person that stays in Nigeria, lives there, and understands the condition of Nigeria. Right now, the next one we're gonna watch is from an American perspective, or from a Westerner's perspective, and this is gonna help us, break down, to break down the story more detailed. All right, let's get into it. Second video on this topic.
Welcome back to the Pain Game. Really sad story to talk about today. Anthony Joshua, I'm sure you all have seen, it's the biggest story in the world, is really lucky to be alive. And unfortunately for him, two of his close friends have died in a car accident that so easily could have taken AJ's life. And it's so crazy to think that over a week and a half ago, he was on top of the world. Apparently he'd pocketed $92 million from his Jake Paul fight. The American audience was in love with him. His star was bigger than ever. And then just yesterday, we see footage like this of AJ being pulled from the wreckage in a situation where if he'd just sat on the other side of the car, they wouldn't have been pulling him out alive. There's no way he would have.
I thought about that too, that like what if they had like a little argument, where should I sit? And he was like, oh, man, my leg is long, I should sit in the front seat. And the other guy was like, nah man, this is my country, I should be able to, this is my first time in this country, I should be able to see the scenery, So you know what, I'll sit here. I don't know. I'm just like I'm speculating, but it just sounds very,
survived. And it puts everything into perspective, it really does. So just to give you an idea of what seems to have happened here, this is the road, apparently, where the car collided with this stationary truck. This is some footage here of just how badly wrecked the car was after colliding. Fucking hell. It is unbelievable that. Now, according to the BBC website, they have said this accident happened in Lagos, Nigeria, and according to the cops, the report is that the tyre burst on the car due to excessive speed, lost control, and obviously collided with the parked lorry. This is a diagram of how the car would have collided. So you see the red spark here. That is where the impact would have happened at the back of the lorry, and you can kind of see some damage there done on the lorry when you see it now, and that this half of the car obviously took the brunt of the impact, meaning that everyone, the driver and the guy behind the driver, which was Anthony Joshua, survived. Now, sadly, he did lose two very, very close friends who were also there helping him prepare for fights. Like, these guys were instrumental in his life, and he'd known them for a long time. This guy, Latif, I think he was known as Lats, and Sinner also lost his life as well. Really just heartbreaking for Anthony Joshua. This is just devastating. And I'm sure you all, like me, seen social media, and the footage coming out of the situation after the accident was mental. Look, you see the pain on his face, bless him. He's been through such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care, because you don't want to make things worse. And there is no paramedics, there is no ambulance, there's just random dudes being like, come on, we'll get you out. And you can see the pain he's in from this angle. Bloody hell. He looks in agony there. He looks in agony. Thank God he's got his life, but that does not look nice. And this is them getting him out of the car and putting him in to another car to take him to the hospital. God knows what's going through his head at this moment. Unbelievable. Just looking at him there, it's absolutely shocking that he was able to just walk into another car and go to the hospital and really not a scratch on him, even though he's probably fucking hurting inside. Physically, we can't see anything wrong with him there. It's like something out of that Bruce Willis movie, where he's unbreakable and like get into an accident and just fucking walk away. Like, that's how unbelievable this is for me. And as much as it's a relief to all of us fight fans that AJ is alive and well, I can only imagine what's going through his mind over his friends who died right there next to him. This was footage that was taken earlier that day of him playing table tennis with one of his two friends who died that day. This was the Healthy Mindset, his Instagram is Lats with Sinner. This is them arriving, I think, into Nigeria, and just happy spirits, just excited to go on a trip with AJ. Actually, I wanted to play a little bit of one of their Instagram videos because it just shows the kind of things he was doing with his life and how important he was to people.
Hi guys, so I'm here back at the Spot Project. I was here in 2019 and boy, the changes that have been made are incredible. They've built a couple of new buildings. This building behind me wasn't here before. A couple of new classrooms for the kids to learn Arabic, English, maths and all that kind of good stuff that they need to learn to survive in the society. The football pitch that's been done for them to play football, which they all love, and basketball courts. So I'm seeing that they're not only working on their mental state, they're working on their physical form as well. So well done to Spot Project and congratulations. May Allah bless you guys, and I'd really encourage you guys to come out here and see it for yourself. You know, with the help of donations, this is all helping for a great cause, and not only for the kids, but for ourselves.
And just saying that, you just think, God, this is a man with a life, a purpose, someone who really wanted to clearly help the world. And I'm not surprised that AJ hung around with decent people like that because he's a good bloke himself. And he has a photograph of AJ with Sinner and Lats. He's just going to be so broken over this. I really hope he's got people around him who can help him with grief. I've been through it. It's brutal. You know, there's such thing as survivor's guilt, where you're the one who made it and they didn't, and this is gonna stay with them for a long time. Why me? Why did I survive? Why did they? Why is it so unfair that they didn't make it as well? And God only knows, like, the trauma that he will have gone through, because obviously he was right next to them. He would have seen a lot, and unfortunately, I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot, because on social media there was videos uploaded of the crash, and innocently people click on and you're like, oh my God, you can see the wreckage of the car, and then right behind they show you know, dead bodies. AJ will have seen a lot in that moment, and the guy is going to need help. Really he is, because earlier that day he's hanging around playing fucking table tennis with these boys who he's known for years and years, and then next thing you know, they're gone in a brutal way. And with death like this, sometimes people feel the need to like torture themselves and stuff like that. It can be really fucking hard to get through that. People feel that guilt, you know, how can I carry on? Why should I carry on? That's not fair for them. And I really hope that the friendship that they had with him in life carries him through this moment, because clearly he was having a great impact on their life, right? They were with him all the time. All these amazing experiences, I've got no doubt they all shared together. These boys would obviously want him to carry on and live the best life he can in honor of them. And that's the thing I try and remember with grief. Death is a brutal thing, but it's not an exclusive club. We all end up going there one day, and the loved ones that we lose want us to have the best time we possibly can until we meet them there eventually, in my opinion.
Right, they want us to continue and keep living our lives to the best of our abilities, you know what I mean? You should never what's it called, you shouldn't, you know, beat yourself up and not want to, you know, not continue what your purpose is. Maybe you do get a new purpose from what happened, you know what I mean? Maybe now you have more, more of a drive to help out, to solve a solution, the problem that has always been there, but now you can actually do something. You never know, man.
That's the way to go about it, and that takes a lot of time to process, and for him to get there, it won't be easy. You know, the next few weeks, there's going to be, every time he shuts his eyes, it's going to be hard. That's how bad this is going to be for AJ. I've had near-death experiences, and I've lost people suddenly, and the anxiety that is going to be going through his system, this is life-changing. And I mean, he's a strong guy. He's a very strong guy mentally. But even the strongest would struggle with what he's facing right now. And I'm sure he's going to feel so sorry for their families who I've read bits and pieces, and I don't want to repeat their life stories because I don't know everything, but clearly they were very loved. That's one thing that came across. And reading online, there's been a lot of criticism of, the footage we've seen of AJ, the way he was getting pulled out of the car. And people from Nigeria have taken to X to hammer, their government for the lack of real healthcare in that situation. This guy was tweeting about the car that they took AJ away. He's obviously from Nigeria, and he said this is not a security detail. This is a British millionaire being transported to the hospital after a fatal accident. No ambulance. Just look at how DY are transporting a millionaire to the hospital. What a shame. And then he posts a picture above saying, now this is me, a Nigerian citizen in an ambulance in the UK. Response time 11 minutes. I'm not a millionaire either. You know, Nigerians are really frustrated at what they're seeing. And in a way of like, this has been going on for a long time, it seems. And they're using this moment to vent. And fair play to them, because it seems like they're getting taxed and they're wondering where the fucking tax money's going. This guy who's actually from the area said Anthony Joshua was lucky to be dragged out by street boys and loaded into a police van because they recognized his face. Any other person, including you reading this, would be sitting in the middle of the road with camera phones in your face because bystanders are afraid that if they take you to hospital, they'll be arrested. And we both know that no emergency service is coming. Therefore, anyone who tells you not to criticize government over situations like this is gaslighting you and a very dangerous person. We deserve a country that works. And ironically, the president of Nigeria actually tweeted about this, and he obviously has met Anthony Joshua before. He extended his condolences and said that he'd been on the phone to AJ, ensuring that he was getting the best healthcare possible. And one user quoted it saying, this is proof that they see everything happening in the country, but we just don't matter to them. So yeah, this is shining a bit of a negative light on the situation in Nigeria. Obviously, I've got no knowledge of how true any of this is, but it's been all over X, so you'd think that there was an element of truth in it, especially when you look at the fucking footage. I mean, that was mental. And I think for everyone who's a fan of Anthony Joshua, watching that footage, seeing just how close he came to death, there's not only a natural thought of, fuck me, like, what if we lost him there? That was so close to happening. And as sad as this is now, obviously because of how loved AJ is and idolized, it would have been a really, really, really bad time for British sports fans, for fans all over the world of Anthony Joshua. This guy is loved. For me personally, I've been lucky enough to meet AJ once, and he was such a gentleman. You know, I've criticized him on videos before and said he's fighting not like this and he should be fighting like that. And, you know, some fighters obviously can get temperamental about that sort of stuff, and he was class. And he gave me credit for what I've done. And I just thought, you know what? Everything that I thought you were, that's exactly the way you are. They say don't meet your heroes. This guy was amazing. And he's an inspiration in victory and defeat for me. When I look at what he went through with Klitschko and how he got knocked down, got back up again and stuck it back on him and won the belt in championship fashion. You know, that's, you take the belt from a champion. He went out there and gave it his all. And even in defeats like the Andy Ruiz fight where he came back and beat him afterwards, or even the Daniel Dubois fight, it's not all about winning for me. Daniel Dubois had his number that day, but he kept getting back up and back up and back up, and eventually he nearly fucking chinned Daniel Dubois. That's what a champion is. It's not all about the winning. And I've said a few times that AJ did not get enough credit for the mettle that he has shown in his career. Nowhere near enough credit. And I think it's been lovely to see him get the flowers from the Jake Paul fight in America, and everyone recognizing him as, this guy's a superstar actually, and he's been treated like the way we've been treating him in the UK for a long time. But even then, I do think he deserves more appreciation. And I guess this is a chance for us all to let AJ know how appreciated he is. Because if he died, I'd have been fucking gutted. I'd have been absolutely devastated. And I'm sure a lot of you would have been. And I think he just needs so much support to get through this, because he is going to be heartbroken over losing his friends. And I'm sure those families, God bless them, they're going through it. Thoughts and prayers are with those families, because they really have lost so much. I've already seen people saying online, oh, does this mean the AJ Fury fights off? And I'm like, come on, what are we talking about here? He might never fight again. And guess what? That's fine. What he's done in his career, he's given us more than enough. His CV, all of the fighters that he's fought in his career, it's a who's who. Only Usyk, you could argue, was fought the level that he's fought. Like, he has got one of the best CVs in this last 10 years in boxing, easily. He's put himself through a lot for us, and he's earned the right. He's got plenty of money. He might not want to train without these boys, you know, he might never want to do any of that, and that's fucking fine. He should just do whatever the heck he wants after this, and probably just spend time with his family and recover and try and figure out a way of moving forward with his life again, because those boys would want him to. Anyway, I've rambled enough. It's so sad. This is a really sad story, but obviously it's the biggest story in the fight world, and I had to cover it. Let me know what
Yeah, that was amazing. That was that was very, very detailed. An explanation of the situation, and yeah, it is very sad. It is very disappointing, and I would say myself too. RIP to the two people that passed away, and I'm so grateful that AJ didn't pass away. Like I said, I just got to knowing him, and it's like, damn, you just got to know somebody. Y'all just want to take him away, Yeah, I was looking forward for his next fight, and that might never happen again now. So yeah, very, very disappointing, but life has to continue, and he's gonna have to figure out a way to move forward, get some therapy, take some time off, some moments to reflect. First of all, get out that country, man. Just go back to the UK, go back to where there's medicals and there's what's it called, emergency transportation that can actually help you for real. But if anything else, I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next episode. I'm your host, Eniola Ajax, and we are out.
What role does Islam, as you just said, mashallah, what role does Islam play in your life?
A big role. My uncles went to Mecca, they prayed for me. It plays a big role, bro. If a Muslim man comes to me and wants to put his blessings upon me and pray for me, I'm gonna respect that person. So if a Christian man, a Buddhist, a Jewish man comes to me, I'm gonna appreciate their devotion to their religion. And Islam is a great religion. It's helped a lot of people. So for my victory, of course, there was a lot of Muslim people praying for me, a lot of my supporters that are Muslim praying for me, and it all leads into a positive direction, and thank God we got the victory.
What role does Islam, as you just said, mashallah, what role does Islam play in your life?
A big role. My uncles went to Mecca, they prayed for me. It plays a big role, bro. If a Muslim man comes to me and wants to put his blessings upon me and pray for me, I'm gonna respect that person. So if a Christian man, a Buddhist, a Jewish man comes to me, I'm gonna appreciate their devotion to their religion. And Islam is a great religion. It's helped a lot of people. So for my victory, of course, there was a lot of Muslim people praying for me, a lot of my supporters that are Muslim praying for me, and it all leads into a positive direction, and thank God we got the victory.
What?
Got to put his... So I've been praying more and more recently. I've been praying to God, let my star shine bright again. Let me go out and conquer the world again. I know I can do it, but without you, I'm nothing. I'm like any other person. So I've been asking God to put his hands on my chest, put his hands on my soul, and let my star shine bright again, yeah? I've been praying that God feeds me with the things that are going to enhance me. Take me to that higher level, that higher frequency. Remove that veil from in front of me so I can see clearly again, do you know what I mean? It's important. And even today, I'm in the car now, and I was trying to connect my Bluetooth for time. I wanted to pump that hip hop because naturally it's going to get my energy going for training, and it wouldn't connect. And then these brothers here in the background is this singing, it's reciting poems or reciting scripture. I'm not too sure what they're saying, but this song was just hitting my soul, and I was like, yeah. As I said, no matter what it is, you need to remove the veil from in front of you, no judgment, and feel it from inside. Like, what's it doing to me inside? And this song was hitting me.
God only knows he's grown farther from home, he's no father.